What's up, everybody? It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, we're going to call it a FUD busting video, okay? Because people, 99% of y'all still believe in a lie. And what's about to happen and already starting to happen, y'all are going to miss it because you want to believe a lie instead of common sense. All right. So I'm going to lay out the facts for you, very simple. And when you walk away from this video, it'll be up to you whether you are lied to and tricked again. Now, I started my YouTube channel on this very topic because it was very important. I wanted everybody to understand what it means when they take that buy button. Because 4 years ago when it happened, trades and MacCores and all the rest of them some bitches convinced you and me, well, not me, convinced 99% of you that taking the buy button was an evil thing. And it wasn't. And I told y'all how it wasn't. And I'm going to show you in the next 2 minutes that if you continue to believe the lie about the buy button disappearing, you're going to miss what's going on. So let's take a look at this very simple diagram that I got right here, okay? You got a retail investor, and he buys 100 shares of Finger from Fidelity. All right, Fidelity then routes that order to Citadel Securities or another market maker. All right, now Citadel's job is to get the share back to Fidelity to put in your account. That's what Citadel's job is. Now, what happens if the market maker, Citadel, refuses the order flow? Huh? What happens if Fidelity contacts Citadel and says, I need 100 shares of Finger, and Citadel says, we can't fill that order? And Fidelity said, well, shit, we can't take it either. I'm not going to be on the hook for 100 shares. So what do? They turn the buy button off. They turn the buy button off because the market makers are refusing the order flow, and Fidelity and Robinhood and E-Trade and all the rest of them know, oh no, hands off. I'm not touching this shit and not going to be guaranteed that I can get a share in the next day. That's what's happening. All right. When they take the buy, and I already know you got a question or two. One of them has always been, well, see, it's that. They take the buy button. Where's the buying pressure going to come from? People. Ken Griffin alone owes $7 billion in shares sold, not yet purchased. Doug Sifu and his company and all the rest of the market makers who have positions of shares sold, not yet purchased, is the buying pressure, people. That's what pushes it up. When they turn that buy button off, they are refusing the order because they don't have the share. And the price will take care of itself because they're going to run out of time. And they're going to have to cover them shares sold, not yet purchased, which pushes the price up. Let me back up even better and give you the whole story of how it all began back in January and June. All right? Citadel met with Robinhood the day before the buy button disappeared. Citadel wanted a better deal on the order flow. Instead of paying 10 cents an order, they wanted to only pay like 8 cents an order. And Robinhood pissed them off and said, no, because if I give you a deal like that, then I'm going to have to give everybody else a deal like that. So Robinhood told Citadel no. And then the next day, Ken Griffin, Citadel, refused their order flow, which caused a margin call to Robinhood because they had already taken the order and they were expecting Citadel to fill it, and they didn't. And Vlad said, stop everything. Turn the buy button off. We got to get this settled first. That's what happened. And if you use common sense, people, it's right there in front of you. If Citadel Securities goes down, what do you think Fidelity is going to do when they get a 1,000 share order for AMC? They're going to say, we ain't got it. turn it off until we can assure that there's going to be a share available. Then you could turn the buy button back on. But when they went to bitching and moaning back in January and June, when it happened, Citadel said, turn some bitch back on. We don't have a share. That doesn't matter. They want the buy button on. So that point on, when the buy button got turned back on, that means they were selling naked again. And they've continued to sell naked and continue to sell naked. Why? Because how do I know? Because the damn buy button is still there. So until they turn that buy button off, that means they're selling naked shares. When you see that buy button disappear, that means they're going, nope, we ain't selling no more till we get this shit settled, and then they turn it back on. And don't worry about where the buy pressure's coming from, because the heat's fixing to hit King Griffin's ass. I figured it's gonna happen this week. Love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.